The entertainment industry was horrified by Burt Reynolds' disclosure about Johnny Carson prior to his death. What did he learn about one of the most recognizable hosts on television? Join us as we examine their interesting relationship and unravel this fascinating narrative. Hello, everyone. We're delving into the little-known tales of two Hollywood icons, Johnny Carson and Burt Reynolds, today. Despite dominating the entertainment business, there was a complicated and fascinating connection between these two superstars. Burt Reynolds revealed a shocking fact about Johnny Carson before he died that few people anticipated. As we reveal the mystery, the background, and the startling discoveries, be sure to stay until the very end. Johnny Carson and Burt Reynolds were two of Hollywood's most well-known personalities, but their paths didn't always intersect in a dazzling way. Despite sharing the limelight in the entertainment sector, their encounters frequently suggested more serious and intimate conflicts. What caused these complications, and what did Burt ultimately disclose prior to his passing? We'll go into their past today to see what made their chemistry so intriguing and the secrets Burt kept for so long. First, let's examine the lives of Johnny Carson and Burt Reynolds. Hollywood's golden child of the 1970s and 1980s, Burt Reynolds was renowned for his charisma, humor, and standout roles in movies like Deliverance and Smokey and The Bandit. He was more than just an actor, he was a cultural icon who helped to define a cool time period. Conversely, late-night television was dominated by Johnny Carson. As the host of The Tonight Show, Carson rose to fame thanks to his witty banter, astute interviews, and capacity to make or break a Hollywood career. He became one of the most adored characters on television and dominated the late-night circuit for decades. Both Reynolds and Carson had personal challenges that influenced their lives even in spite of their achievements. Johnny's private life concealed a guy far more nuanced than his on-screen character, while Burt's financial difficulties and turbulent romances frequently made headlines. Their paths collided against this background, and they developed an intriguing friendship that was full of rivalry, humor, and unexpected depth. The Tonight Show featured their classic exchanges. A frequent visitor, Burt Reynolds frequently displayed his cheeky and naughty side throughout his engagements. Their banter, which was full of jokes, practical jokes, and the odd friendly dig, was adored by the fans. But beneath the laughing, a more nuanced interaction was hinted at. Even the audience could feel the tension as Johnny's urge to dominate the room occasionally collided with Burt's magnetism. The Tonight Show featured a spectacular on-air pie fight between Burt and Johnny in 1974. Although the audience enjoyed the humorous and chaotic situation, it also made their relationship's competitive character clear. After giving it some thought, Burt acknowledged that although it was all in good humor, it also represented their underlying competition. Johnny continued to be a significant presence in Hollywood as Burt's career took off, frequently influencing the careers of individuals who appeared on his show. This influence presented both opportunities and difficulties for Burt. Millions of people enjoyed their interactions, but they also brought attention to the stresses and anxieties that come with being in the public eye. Burt started thinking more candidly about his life and job as he grew older. He talked openly about his successes, his regrets, and the lessons he had discovered. He disclosed a shocking fact about Johnny Carson in one of these interviews, which provided fresh insight into their relationship. According to Burt, Johnny was a very complicated guy who battled loneliness and self-doubt despite his public demeanor. Burt claims that Johnny's witty humor frequently concealed a deep sensitivity, a side of him that not many people ever witnessed. Burt's disclosure, which revealed the human side of a guy who had grown into a legendary figure, was both unexpected and moving. He talked about how their encounters were characterized by moments of respect and understanding between them, even though they were frequently lighthearted and amusing. Burt saw that popularity frequently comes at a price, so while he appreciated Johnny's genius, he also understood his hardships. Contradictions abound throughout Johnny Carson's life. Millions of people loved him, but he frequently distanced himself from those closest to him. Burt's understanding of Johnny's character showed that he was a very private person in addition to being a skilled entertainer. These disclosures gave their relationship a deeper level of complexity and demonstrated that their dynamic was much more complex than it seemed on screen. When Burt Reynolds related a story about a private conversation he had with Johnny Carson, it was a pivotal moment in his revelation. During their open discussion, Johnny revealed his fears and the pressure he was under to uphold his reputation as the king of late night. This was one of the most vulnerable and honest moments Burt had ever seen Johnny, a side that was rarely shown to the public. This revelation was startling because it made Johnny more relatable rather than because it damaged his reputation. It served as a reminder to admirers that even the most well-known people have problems and fears. Burt felt that by telling this story he was paying tribute to Johnny's memory and illuminating the difficulties of celebrity. Burt Reynolds' disclosure regarding Johnny Carson served as a moving reminder of the difficulties in interpersonal relationships, particularly in the entertainment industry. Their relationship, which was characterized by competitiveness, comedy, and admiration for one another, was evidence of their exaggerated personalities and the demands placed on them as cultural icons. Despite the fact that both individuals are now deceased, their legacy lives on in terms of entertainment and inspiration. Burt's unvarnished thoughts on Johnny provided a unique window into the life of a guy who influenced late-night television and made a lasting impression on popular culture. It also emphasized Burt's personal path of introspection and development, demonstrating that he remained dedicated to speaking his truth even in his latter years. In his senior years, Burt Reynolds frequently thought on his career and the relationships that shaped him. Despite his well-known flamboyant and extravagant demeanor, he gave fans a unique look into the realities of Hollywood success by being upfront and honest about the highs and lows of his life. His disclosures regarding Johnny Carson covered more ground than just their exchanges. They also touched on the wider challenges of celebrity and how it affects interpersonal relationships. Burt frequently praised Johnny's dominance of late-night television, but he was also aware of the demands that come with being a well-known person. His remarks were a reminder that even the most successful persons face insecurities and struggles that aren't always obvious to the public. Both Burt Reynolds and Johnny Carson experienced the dichotomy of fame, the admiration of millions contrasted with the isolation it can bring. While Burt's charm and wit made him a famous figure on the big screen, his personal life was often marred by challenges with relationships, economics, and health. Similarly, Johnny Carson's job as the king of late night came with its own set of demands, including the desire to preserve his larger-than-life persona. Even if it wasn't always obvious on the surface, their shared experiences gave them a special kinship. Burt's readiness to discuss Johnny's personal hardships made the renowned presenter more relatable to viewers and served as a reminder that every celebrity has a person going through their own troubles. Burt Reynolds, Johnny Carson's relationship changed throughout time, even though they were never great friends in the conventional sense. Their lighthearted repartee on The Tonight Show concealed a greater regard and comprehension of one another's paths. Johnny valued Burt's genuineness and sense of humor, and Burt frequently called him a genius in his field. As they grew older, their interactions shifted from rivalry to respect for one another. In addition to being a revelation, Burt's choice to reveal Johnny's weaknesses prior to his death was a memorial to a man he deeply respected and understood. Audiences all throughout the world are still enthralled and inspired by the legacies of Burt Reynolds and Johnny Carson. Burt is a timeless character in Hollywood history because of his ability to make people laugh and smile via his performances and his candor about life's difficulties. Johnny continues to make incomparable contributions to late-night television, establishing a benchmark that current hosts still aim to meet. Collectively, their tales serve as a reminder of the difficulties of celebrity and the value of empathy and connection. In addition to illuminating their special bond, Burt's disclosure regarding Johnny provided a more comprehensive view of the human condition. Despite being superstars in their own industries, Johnny Carson and Burt Reynolds shared a friendship that went well beyond celebrity. Burt's open observations about Johnny serve as a reminder that even the most recognizable people have flaws, fears, and vulnerable times. Their humorous, competitive, and respectful friendship serves as a reminder of the value of empathy and understanding. As we commemorate their contributions, we are reminded of their influence not only as performers, but also as people who profoundly influence culture. Johnny Carson and Burt Reynolds have had a profound cultural influence that goes well beyond their own careers. Deliverance and Smokey and the Bandit made Burt Reynolds a symbol of Hollywood's golden age thanks to his charisma and bold performances. He became a box office legend by embodying a tough, carefree personality that connected with audiences. Numerous actors were encouraged to embrace risk-taking and originality by his reputation as an actor, producer, and even director. Conversely, Johnny Carson transformed late-night television. As host of The Tonight Show, Johnny established the benchmark for what late-night cable could accomplish. His status as one of the most significant people in television history was solidified by his interviews, humorous monologues, and capacity to produce viral moments long before the internet era. The zeitgeist of the period was mirrored and shaped by his presentation, which was more than just entertainment. Burt and Johnny together stand for two entertainment pillars that shaped a generation: television and movies. The careers of today's celebrities, who still find inspiration in their work and methods of crafting, are a testament to their influence. Future generations of entertainers can learn a lot from the careers of Burt Reynolds and Johnny Carson. Burt's experience serves as a reminder of the value of adaptability and tenacity. He endured personal losses, health problems, and financial difficulties, yet he never wavered in his dedication to his art and created a legacy that still serves as motivation today. We can learn the importance of humor and genuineness from Johnny Carson's life. Despite his personal struggles, his ability to make audiences laugh serves as a reminder that entertainment is about people just as much as it is about skill. Their experiences provide models for budding comedians, actresses, and TiVosts on how to handle the highs and lows of a public career. The tales of Johnny Carson and Burt Reynolds have enthralled audiences for years after their deaths. They are ageless personalities in the entertainment industry because of their charm, skill, and relatability. Their contributions, whether through Johnny's renowned late-night moments or Burt's iconic performances, are just as vital now as they were decades ago. Their legacy continues to inspire and delight those who return to their work. Their impact endures and keeps influencing the entertainment industry from younger generations, finding Burt's films to want to be comedians studying Johnny's interviews. When we consider the lives of Johnny Carson and Burt Reynolds, we are reminded of the importance of genuineness, comedy, and storytelling. Despite its complexity, their connection reflected the human condition, full of conflict, laughter, and understanding. Burt's admission concerning Johnny gave us a unique look into the personal hardships of a well-known person and served as a reminder that even celebrities have difficulties in life. We are reminded of the value of empathy, connection, and tenacity as we honor their accomplishments. The tales of Burt and Johnny encourage us to bravely face our own paths and to find happiness in the little things in life. How did you feel about Burt Reynolds' admission regarding Johnny Carson? Did this revelation about their relationship surprise you? Don't forget to hit the notification bell, like, and subscribe for more amazing stories about Hollywood's top stars. You can also leave your opinions in the comments section below. I appreciate you watching.